Hello everyone and welcome to our review for Predator If It Bleeds, the very first anthology that's here just in time to celebrate 30 years of the franchise. So this book was announced officially a few months back thanks to an exclusive story by AVP Galaxy, and it's being published by Titan and it was edited by Bryan Schmidt. And it brings together a bunch of authors that have since written in this universe before or are just newcomers. And one of the most interesting things about this book is that it's an anthology in which you get 16 unique stories taken from every angle and aspect of the entire universe, which leads to a bunch of very interesting stories, including some that are prequels to previous works or sequels to movies that we've gotten, like for instance Predator 2. One of the best aspects of this anthology was the fact that they finally utilized one of the things that I've always wanted Fox to do on the feature side of things, which is to throw the Yautja into different time periods utilizing really interesting historical stories, which we get a lot of in this book. We get stories set in the Vietnam War, World War I, the Great Depression, Hurricane Katrina, the American Civil War, the Viking era, and so on. A lot of really cool stories packed into this book, and some that stand out to me were the Viking story and the Vietnam based story, because I'm a big fan of the Vietnam era and all those different stories that you can pull from it and just the aesthetic of that, and the storyline really captured that, as well as the one in the American Civil War that dealt with General Stonewall. I thought it was a really cool twist on kind of like a historical thing, like an alternate history type of thing, I guess you could say. And the story that involves Predator 2 finally gives us an update as to what happened to certain characters after the events of that film, including Garber, where we see it's set in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and we get a lot of twists and turns in that story in particular. So as a Predator fan, I really did enjoy reading this anthology. I didn't get to finish Bug Hunt that came out earlier this year, which is the very first aliens-based anthology, but I had heard kind of mixed things about it, that it didn't focus on aspects that people wanted, which is the xenomorph in particular. It was more so stories about colonial marines, where this book really does feature the Yautja front and center, and it does take a lot of the stories in interesting ways where you don't always have the humans win at the end of the day. So overall, if you're a fan of the franchise and you want to check out this anthology, or you're just itching for more Predator content, definitely give this book a look. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it to anyone who's looking forward to the new Shane Black film or just wants something new to read, because this is definitely a book that should be at the top of your list, especially after we wrapped up Predator Hunters earlier this year and you're trying to look for some more material as a fan of the Yautja. So check out the book in your favorite store right now or on Amazon and leave reviews, because it really helps them out and it could lead to future installments and more Predator books. And if you're interested in hearing more about the production of this book and kind of the behind the scenes stuff and some interesting tidbits for the future, check out my full podcast interview with Bryan Schmidt, who was the editor of this anthology and the co-author of one of the stories in this book. A link will be provided down in the description box below and in the comment section. So those are my thoughts. Check out the book right now, and for more updates on the Alien and Predator universe, be sure to subscribe to Hybrid Network.
When the big man was killed, you must have wanted it. Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Thanks again for checking out this review. If you want to get even more updates from us, follow us on our social media platforms, check out our website for the latest breaking news, and donate to us on Patreon for exclusive rewards.